Character. O. Henry's short stories have a strong emphasis on characterization. What is his method of presenting characters? How does he portray the characters? Through their actions, through their speech, or how? Are there any minor characters in the story? What function do they have? And let me remind you that the number of characters in a short story is usually limited. There may be only one main character. We usually meet this character at a crucial point in his life. Because short stories are short, there is no time to fully develop the character, so we may only come to know one or a few of his or her qualities. And because short stories are short, nothing is wasted in them. No character or detail of plot is there without a reason. Even minor characters are there for definite reasons. Perhaps the writer uses them to highlight the main character's personality, to introduce complications to the plot, or to explain events the narrator could not see. Style, surprise ending. O. Henry's trademark style in his short stories is a surprise ending. The reader is led to believe one thing at first, but is then shown that the opposite is true. When a story ends differently from what the reader expected, we deal with surprise ending. Is it true of Mammon and the Archer? At first the reader is led to believe, like Aunt Ellen, that it was the ring that led to the successful engagement. What happens at the end of the story? Why does it have a surprise ending? Surprise ending and irony. Surprise ending can be considered ironic since there is difference between what is and what is expected. Mammon and the Archer is typical of O. Henry's brief tales that end with an ironic twist. Discuss the ironic twist in the story. This elaborate style of speech is also used when describing some of the characters. What language devices does he employ when describing Anthony Rockwell and Aunt Ellen? Illustrate your answers with examples. O. Henry possesses one of the largest vocabularies among his contemporary writers. Sometimes he employs inflated circumlocution. Does the author resort to stylistically colored vocabulary in the story? Find the examples. Allusion. An allusion is a figure of speech that makes a reference to or representation of a place, event, literary work, myth, or work of art, either directly or by implication. It is usually an implicit reference, perhaps to another work of literature or art, to a person or an event. Allusion is closely related with the linguistic presupposition. A presupposition is background knowledge relating to an utterance that must be mutually known by the speaker and addressee. According to literary critics, the title of the story is a mocking allusion to the gods, Mammon, the god of riches of ancient Syrians, the symbol of wealth, especially the wealth which is evil power, and Archer, Cupid, the Roman love god. Anthony called Kelly when he was at the door. "You didn't notice," said he, "anywhere in the tie-up a kind of a fat boy without any clothes on, shooting arrows around with a bow, did you?" "Why, no," said Kelly, mystified. "I didn't. If he was like you say, maybe the cops pinched him before I got there. I thought the little rascal would not be on hand," chuckled Anthony. "Goodbye, Kelly." What do you think? Anthony really meant a fat boy, or he was alluding to Cupid? Why could not Kelly understand the hint? Stylistic inversion. Stylistic inversion is a reversed word order. In spite of fixed word order, which is characteristic to the English language, inversion should not be regarded as a violation of the norms of standard English. This stylistic device aims at attaching logical stress or additional emotional coloring to the surface meaning of the utterance. That night came Aunt Ellen, gentle, sentimental, wrinkled, sighing, oppressed by wealth, into Brother Anthony at his evening paper, and began discourse on the subject of lovers' woes. Good luck in love, she said, it brought. Why does the author use the front position of the object? Good luck in love, she said, it brought. Aunt Helen, looking like a gray-haired angel that had been left on earth by mistake. What stylistic device is like a gray-haired angel? Slang and Americanisms. Comment on slang and Americanisms in the text. Are there any ungrammatical expressions in the text? Slang was originally a term for the French phrase, which translated into English means dirty language. It is regarded as unconventional language. It is colloquial, sometimes vulgar, and always innovative. Nothing registers change in cultural thought faster than slang. The New English Dictionary defines slang as follows: the special vocabulary used by any set of persons of a low or disreputable character, language of a low and vulgar type, language of a highly colloquial type. Individual style. Individual style makes a writer's works easily recognizable. After having read O. Henry's 2 short stories, can you recognize his style if you happen to read his other short stories? What makes his style so singular and so individual? And writing skills focus. Plot summary. Write a plot summary of the story in the short essay form, not more than 4 or 5 paragraphs. You can use the following plan. Tell briefly what the story is about and where it takes place. In chronological order, include the most important events in the story. Tell what happens at the end of the story.